Usually great men differ from the average layman, and not only with his famous achievements but also by character and habits. Among these habits there are a lot of oddities that we'll share with you today. About the strangeness of Ludwig van Beethoven were legends, spread by his servants laughing behind their backs over the great composer. For example, Beethoven believed that shaving deprives him of inspiration, and therefore never was he hadn't shaved before work. Instead of shaving, he poured on his head a bucket of cold water, because he believed that it makes the brain work in full force. In addition, he has an exceptional ability to create in the house of chaos, with which his servants couldn't cope. Everywhere he threw the music sheets, plates with remnants of food, the clothing and books. The servants had to put up with another of his strangeness. He demanded to brew coffee only from 64 grains, no more and no less. The words scientist and a man of with oddities have become almost synonymous. Indeed, the people who created in his mind theory modified the world in everyday life with they were distinguished by great quirks. For example, the mathematician Descartes invented his theories in the lies recumbency. Isaac Newton once hooked his pocket watch instead of an egg, which he thoughtfully held on his head. Einstein was always in his own world, and his interlocutors had to repeat several times their replicas in order to reach out to the scientist. And recently, Einstein's letter was found to his wife in which he confessed, even in the most solemn cases I did without socks and concealed this lack of civilization under high boots. And sometimes scientists differed completely inappropriate for people of science the hobbies. For example, Niels Bohr was part of a national team in football, but Pythagoras was the first Olympic champion in fist fights. Mendeleev was distinguished by a passion for making suitcases. Behind suitcases there was a torrent of people. Lev Landau, Nobel laureate in physics, loved to play solitaire, saying that this is not physics to do, here is necessary to think. Politicians managed destinies of the world were also weird. For example, the American politician Benjamin Franklin never actually took serious work without a solid stock of cheese. Only this product, he said, helped to focus. In addition, the servants were strictly forbidden to go into his study while working because he worked sitting at the table completely naked. Frankly speaking, he believed that a naked person thinks much better. Winston Churchill had a crush on toy soldiers. At his house there were several armies that he has built and led into battle. Another politician every night changed linen in hotels where he was a regular customer. He knew that in the room of Mr. Churchill he should be 2 beds. Midnight he slept at one and then got over to fresh one. But the legendary George Washington was very fond of gardening. The most favorite plant in his garden was hemp. However, the politician didn't care about its narcotic properties. In those days, hemp was used exclusively for the production of fabrics, ropes, and paper. Incidentally, the first US Constitution written on hemp paper. Writers and poets have long been the target of jokes because of their quirks. Honoré de Balzac preferred to write his many works sitting at a desk barefoot. I must say that his house was very cold. It was very cold there, especially on the floor, and his feet were constantly freezing, but it's believed that it helped him better express his thoughts. Similarly, Schiller believed he dips his legs through with ice, and after that created his immortal poems. In addition to love to the cold, Balzac was also noted for his passion for coffee. He drank in a day up to 15 cups of this stimulating drink. It only surpassed Belvedere. He drank up to 50 cups of coffee a day. And writer Albert Camus preferred to marry women with some mental disorders. Both of his wife was not of this world, and he was a man of many eccentricities. When he took his second wife from the hospital, he forgot his newborn twins. Want to learn more shocking facts? Then subscribe to our channel. This is still a lot of interesting things ahead.